So I'd like to thank DeWalt and Timbertech for teaming up on this project. Skillsaw Ninja, DeWalt, Timbertech, Azek decking. So the final touches are being done right here, the fascia board. And this is how you want your decking to look right here. It would leave a 1/4 inch gap right there in front of that post, and then you notch it out here. Okay, let me give you a wide shot of what I'm doing right here. Just finishing off the fascia board. So what this is a 1x8, or actually 7 1/4 inches, 1 inch thick. This is a little beefier than your standard fascia board. So you can see the products I'm using when you're working with the Azek. Don't want your screws to corrode. And this is the top lock, 305 stainless steel, for use with the colors mahogany. So these are color matching, and the hidden fasteners are just one color, I believe. The conceal lock. So this is all Azek. So this is how I did this whole deck. Here's the little screws. Everything you need right here. Even has some instructions on the box. All right, fascia board is on the main deck and the floating bench, custom floating bench, using the 1x8 as fascia board on the top one, and then the bottom one I ripped off about 1 inch down to 6 1/4 for that lower bench. So a little thinner, I cut it down, and there's like a little gap, so it gives it like a floating look. Let me show you how this is coming out. We still have a lot more steps to finish off over here. So this is how it looks right here. Look at this. Gives it a nice little reveal, little shadow, so it gives it a floating deck look. Okay guys, one little update tip here I want to show you. Okay, we got a lot of the upper deck done and the floating step, and it's looking pretty good. But let me show you over here. We're getting these steps going, and I had to make a little adjustments. Here we're going to have the step a little bigger. The client wanted a little bigger step, so I added a little strip right along there, two boards plus another inch or so. But that came out pretty clean. But over here, let me show you how I install a notch around a post. So a typical 4x4 post, and I already have all the holes drilled for the cable wire. Now the pro tip is, to get this notch just right, you want to have a certain dimension. So this distance right here, between here and here, is going to be 2 inches. I'll just show you. So we're going to go 2 inches here, and the opening is going to be 3 5/8. So that gives you a 1/16 of an inch gap on both sides of the post and on the back. And I had to fur it out. You fur it out, I think it's 3/8 of an inch. And all you want to do is slide it in, flush over here, flush over here, and I'm going to take my square, make sure this is flush here, because this is where your fascia board goes on. You have to have this flush. So look how nice this came out. 1/16 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. Now I can wrap my fascia around. I'll start my screws, 4 screws along the edge, and then I can start my hidden fasteners. You just barely hit that trigger. You want to rub your finger across it. Okay, that's a little high. What you can do is, to get this to go over sometimes, you might need to put some weight on it here, and then I'll tap just with the wood part. And clips. Okay, let's go ahead and put the clips in. Let me show you. Real easy. Push that right there. Use your thumb to make sure it kind of wedges itself in. Then I'll come back with the screws. push right in there hard, it pushes itself down flat against the decking. So what I did, I cut the first one and the last one, and then I mark a line in between the two, and then I'll just cut a straight line. That way it's a lot easier to get a perfectly straight line. Same thing over here. So I'm gonna cut those two things right now. So Skill Saw Ninja is gonna get started. What's up everybody? Skill Saw Ninja is back and we are completing this project. Just got through putting in the cable rail. Now to finish these steps down here, I got one step completed, fascia board all the way around. Cable rail is installed. This company is called Feeney, high grade stainless steel caps. So I just got through putting this in. I have the top here. This is another piece of mahogany Azek on top with breadwood underneath. So this keeps the tension of these cables from moving the post. This locks it all in right here. So this is redwood, and then I primered it, and then 3 coats of exterior paint, sanded in between each coat so it's nice and smooth. So this piece is cut to fit. Let's see how this goes in. Perfect. Okay, now most importantly, you want to make sure this right here lines up perfectly where your cut is, your short point, or it goes past your framing like 1/32 of an inch. So it's just hair past, but not short. You don't want to go too short. Okay, and then flush on top. So we can put our square like that, and then line it up here. Go ahead and screw this in. But this is the last piece. Let me show you one last trick. So go ahead and take your measurement to long point. We got 51 1/4. Okay, last piece of fascia board is going in. Let me show you a little trick here. Okay, look at that, how nice that fits. Sometimes this is not flush right here. So we'll put a little shim. You can see right here, just slide that under and then run your finger across the top here, make sure it's sitting perfectly flush. So let's go ahead, we can screw this together. Always get one side dialed in, and then if you have to trim the other side, looks like I might have to trim a little bit off this side, but at least we'll get this side set with a screw. Looks good though. There it is, guys. Skill Saw Ninja has completed yet another project. Sun is going down. Look at that sunset. Doesn't get any better than that. So until next time,